A wealthy man once came to the Baba Sali and he asked him for a blessing. After receiving the blessing, he pulled out his checkbook and wanted to give a very large donation to the Baba Sali's institutions for tzedakah. Baba Sali sensed that this money didn't come from reliable kosher sources, so he said, "I'm sorry, I can't accept the money." And the man pressured him, "Please, important, a lot of money, I want to give it to the tzedakah." Baba Sali said, "No way, I will not accept this money. But what may be is if you go to my brother, the Baba Chaki, then he may accept the money for tzedakah for his institutions." So the fellow goes ahead, drives to Ramle, to the house of the Baba Chaki. Meanwhile, the Baba Sali calls up the Baba Chaki ahead of time. He says to him, gives him very specific instructions. The fellow comes into the Baba Chaki's house and he says to him, "I would like to give this tremendous amount of money, a huge donation to the institutions of the rabbi. Please accept this money." Baba Chaki said, "No, sorry, I cannot accept this money." He says, "Please, I'm sorry, I really want to give this money. Why are you accepting it?" He said, "You know what, I'll accept it on one condition. If you accept upon yourself something small, I'm prepared to accept this money for tzedakah." He said, "No problem, go ahead, Rabbi, what should I do?" He said, "I want you every time before you go and eat bread, to go and wash your hands for Netilat Yadayim." He said, "That all?" He said, "Come on, Rabbi, I want something solid, something I can feel good about." He said, "Okay, no problem. Wash your hands Netilat Yadayim before you eat bread, and before you eat the food, I want you to say the correct blessing." Okay, that's something I can do, that's something I can accept, something small. He goes, he gives the money, the Baba Chaki accepts the money for tzedakah, and he goes on his way. He goes home. On the flight, on the way back, he ordered his non-kosher meal, his ham sandwiches for breakfast, and he's about to tuck in, and his wife turns around to me and says, "Hey, you just promised the Baba Chaki that you'll go wash your hands before you eat the bread." I said, "You're right." He goes to the back of the plane, he washes his hands, and is about to take a bite of his bread, and his wife turns around and said, "1 second, you also promised him that you will actually go and make a blessing before you eat the food." And this man thinks to himself, "I'm going to eat this pork, and I'm going to say a blessing on it? That doesn't make sense." Puts it on the side and he doesn't eat it. And the more he thinks about it, he thinks to himself, "Gosh, I can't eat non-kosher food. It's not correct. I should say a blessing on non-kosher food," and so forth. And from that small little act, he actually became a fully observant Jew. What's incredible is that in this week's parashat, double parasha, Acharei Mot Kedoshim, the parasha starts off Kedoshim Tihiyu. Be holy. Now, that seems to be like a very tall order. Kedoshim, to be holy? That's for the rabbis. That's for somebody, who's so great. Seemingly for us simple people, we're not supposed to be kadosh. Yet, the requirement was for the entire Jewish nation. In fact, every selichot we sing, save the nation, the holy nation. What does the holy nation mean? And if you look at the end of the parasha, or throughout the parasha, you'll notice something very strange. You would think you get some sort of serious direction of what it means to be holy. Yet the mitzvot, which seems to be a whole jumble of different types of mitzvot, seem to be not talking about anything with regards to being holy. And the answer is so simple, yet so profound. Being holy doesn't mean to be up there. Being holy means do simple little things in the correct manner. When you're living in society amongst other people, do business correctly. Love your friend like you love yourself. Make sure not to steal. Don't put a stumbling block in front of somebody else. Do things in society in the correct manner. If you do little acts, that will cause a person to become a tremendously holy person. Kedoshim Yiyu is not a tall order. That small little act, just wash your hands, just Netilat Yadayim, just say a blessing, and that will cause a person to strive to great heights. Please God, we should all get together to become a true godly nation, a holy nation. Shabbat Shalom.